soul friends, this is Mary and welcome back to my channel. Today's pick a card reading came straight from your guides. I didn't even have to do anything. They want you to hear what your spirit animals have to say for you today, or say to you today. So remember, no matter your individual beliefs, tarot or oracle reading is your spirit guides coming forward to give you advice, or it's simply your subconscious mind helping you answer life's ponders. And no matter how you look at that, it's healthy and you are in the right place. So we have a very movie little table here. We have this oracle deck that you're choosing from. I'm pretty sure all the decks that I have out here are mass produced, and I don't have to worry about the other stuff. We're going to use this tarot card because it also has little animals, although it's mostly reserved to like fox, rabbit, sheep, cat, and we'll see who else comes up. But we're just going to see who is coming through for you, what their advice is for you. I'm probably going to read the book to you, so if you love hearing me read the book, just kidding. I know you don't. I don't either. We're going to be doing some of that. So for group one, we have Bloodstone. As you can see, the little bloody part right up here. Sort of, maybe. Like right there and right up here. It's a heart. Group two, you have some, where I bought it said it was green moss agate, but other people say it's ocean jasper. So I apologize for, again, not knowing what stones I have. Lisa! If Lisa's watching, tell us what this is. It's almost see-through, but not quite. And, all the other moss agate stuff that I have is like very clear with some mossy stuff in it. So this, no clue, y'all. It's green. Like, I know it looks black where I'm holding it, but this is like a very dark olive green with some white stripes in it. I'm doing green because it's almost St. Patrick's Day, and I'm Irish, Celtic, Norse-ish, so I like to celebrate. This, I have no idea. I'm sorry, I used to know. It's a very raw stone. It's very green. And then we also have, I love this stone just because of the cool little designs on it. I believe this is also some kind of agate, but like I said, the heart stones that I always show, they didn't come with a cheat sheet. And then a lot of these were just little gifts that came with like things I ordered or just gifts from friends. So I apologize for that, but we will be getting into all of these in your individual readings, messages from your animal spirit guides. And don't worry if you have like a specific animal that you associate with as a guide. This is just, a message for right now about your life and something you need to know. And so if you've never seen one of these animals in your energy before, they are coming through to give you a message. All right. So we will see you in your individual readings. Bye-bye. Hi, group one. So if you picked the Bloodstone, the Bloodstone was used by the Celts to protect their bodies, to physically protect you. So you might be needing some more or wanting some more physical protection around you. You could feel like you need some. You could feel like it could be a sign that you're a physical protector in some way. Like that could be your job as like physical protection, or that you are just the person in the household who would physically protect everyone. Like my cat Lily, who no matter how scared she is, if she feels threatened, she jumps in front of everybody because she's the one that's going to fight them first, as far as her little kitty brain thinks that she's going to do. It just breaks my heart because she has so much anxiety. She has feline hyperesthesia, which is a kitty cat neurological disorder. And a lot of people's cats have it and they don't realize it. So if you have a cat who has a twitchy back, or they get the zoomies in a not fun, playful way, let me know. I know exactly what to do to help them. Okay, let's go ahead and look at your card. You got the fox. Cunning. Ooh. So your guides could be saying that you need to use your cunning or wits about you at this time. They could be complimenting you on your wits. But since Fox has a message for you, let's go ahead and look up Fox in the book. Okay. Deceptions warned in Foxy Dream. What? Won't be out, Fox. Must plan and scheme with bushy brush and red coat. Stunning. Use trickster magic to be most cunning. I call upon Fox to assist me and harness this power, so mote it be. Okay. Familiar's message. Be crafty and canny are tricks of my trade, for my wily ways are cunning enough to repel or break the bewilderment of dark magic. In such moments as these, you may wish to call upon me for quick thinking and adaptability, especially when you're caught in a trap, hounded, and being pursued. My raucous triple bark and blood-curdling screams echo through the night and call you to be swift, skillful, and shrewd as you wield your devious way. Keep sharp, for scheming pursuits might be unearthed and you could find yourself in a deep, dark hole. However, a little manipulation won't harm you if you're slick and artful. Jeez. And you may soon find the inventive resourcefulness comes as second nature in order to get the results you desire. Time to step into the role of the cunning man or woman to harness time. To harness what? Oh, geez, I lost my place. A little manipulation won't harm you. Time to step into the role of the cunning man or woman to harness some sly fox magic and the wisdom of yesteryear's folklore. Familiar's foresight. Proceed with caution when Fox appears in dreams. Examine the situation carefully. Don't rush into a relationship. Tackle life with passions. Malicious intent warns you to retreat. You are being deceived. Actions are sly and slippery, and someone is not to be trusted. Time for a bit of scheming to claim what's rightfully yours. Your supernatural senses are heightening. Study folk magic and herbal remedies for healing. Fox witchy tips. Okay. Work with fox magic to see through deception, increase awareness and responsiveness, and help in tricky situations. The kitsune, Japanese fox, possesses supernatural abilities and shapeshifts into human form to test and trick us. Okay, interesting. So deception is something that I'm seeing here. So I'm getting two different messages through this. They're telling you to be careful if you're the deception, and they're telling you to look out for deception if you are not. So that's kind of two different things there. Interesting. But notice how they said that some manipulation is okay. I almost feel like some of you are being sneaky to catch your kid doing something bad. Maybe you're the type of parent who would never search through their room, or partner, if this is a romance, that you would never go through their phone, or that you would never, snoop through their room, or you would never, that kind of thing. And if that's the case for you, your guides are saying that sometimes you have to be a little bit sneaky to protect yourself from the deception of others. Okay. So if your kid's hiding drugs in their room, it's probably a good idea to go find it. I'm not saying that's what's going on, but you know what I mean? If your partner's cheating, you need to find out, right? Because that could be dangerous for you if they're doing something like that, right? Sullivan is here. Mr. Sullivan is here saying hello. He's not going to hop up on this table because he's big. He's 17 pounds. But he's here, and he is a lucky little kitty. So he generally shows up to, I'm not sure what Sullivan's message is when he shows up. It always feels like he just doesn't want me to be paying attention to somebody besides him. But yeah, to use your cunning, to use your smarts, okay? If it's somebody being deceptive towards you, the message feels the same. It's if somebody's being deceptive towards you, you might have to be a little deceptive as well to get them to come clean. For example, I used to be sort of deceptive, and now I just don't even bother and mind my own business. I don't care if people need me to tell them what's going on in their lives if they're not a paying customer or one of you guys. You know what I mean? I feel like, but back in the day when I was like a younger person, a young adult, what have you, and I knew that somebody's, significant other was cheating, I would wait until I saw that person like presenting a very large red flag in that department, and then I would point that out very casually to my friend and say, "Oh, but I thought that they said that they were going here, but now you're saying that they showed up here," that kind of thing. Oh, but I thought you said that they weren't in touch with their ex anymore, but they are, and just kind of ask them questions that they should be asking themselves. And then they just kind of start asking themselves those questions and then realize like, oh my goodness, this person can't be trusted. Okay. So I see some cunning in that department as well. I'm also getting the message. Oh, okay, I got it. Ugh, sorry, brought a bunch of. Sullivan was like, "What? What?" That brought a bunch of pressure when I thought of this. That somebody in like your workplace or like in a platonic realm, like your guys are saying like, it's to be cunning like in the workplace, like every man for himself. I know that that seems kind of harsh, but at the same time, like those people aren't going to pay your bills and feed you if things go wrong in your job. Okay. So be cunning and self-sufficient when it comes to work, when it comes to personal relationships. If you feel like you're being lied to, you might need to be a little bit cunning and sneaky yourself to catch them. Okay. Let's go ahead. This card came right off the bottom. Okay. Let's get some more. Okay. If you're worried about trusting somebody that you think might be like being unfaithful to you, you're not just being paranoid. I'm not saying that cheating's going on for everyone, but like you have good reason to feel how you feel is what I'm feeling with these cards already. I feel like you've been experiencing heartache, thinking that maybe somebody isn't who you think they are. I feel like some of you are noticing that like your person that you're thinking about right now, whether it's platonic or romantic, is kind of showing signs of like Five of Swords energy, which is a bit like they're taking care of themselves over others, right? This card can also mean that you have anxiety and it's causing you to kind of hole up or not trust. And I think both of those things are going on. If they're being shady, that's why you can't trust, right? Your guides are also showing like the worry, the emotional toll it's taking of looking at the things that don't seem to make sense or aren't going well and not seeing what's right in front of you. Okay, but notice how this little guy's kind of looking back over here. Sorry, I just had a flash, and like I always tell you guys if I have a flash. Just to let you know you're in the right group. Some of you witnessed a lot of violence towards animals in your life, and it affected you. Okay. But yeah, seeing what's going wrong, maybe not seeing what's going right, but in this particular case, it feels like more wrong things are adding up than right. And your guides are saying to recognize that it's okay to lean into the fact that you're feeling that. Justice will prevail in this situation, meaning that whoever's in the right is going to come out on top. Your guides are saying not to ignore what's obviously being shown to you. And if you step into your own power and trust that you know what's going on in this situation, your burden will soon be over. Interesting. Okay. I think I'm going to leave it at that. Let's get one more card for overall advice. Thank you. trust your emotions. The Page of Cups trusts the way they feel. Okay. And they don't care. Like, that's why they dress so funny, right? With the little boots and the little like fluffy collar and the cute little hat with the feather in it. They trust how they feel emotionally, and your guides are saying to do the same. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. If this was helpful, tell me how in the comment section. Give me topic ideas there as well. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, there are ways to do so in the description box. Take care, my friends. Bye. Hello, group 2. So if you picked the, whatever this is, green moss agate is what they told me it was when I bought it. But then some have told me it looks like ocean jasper. And like, I do agree, it's very opaque and dark for green moss agate. So I'm not sure, as always. So sad and embarrassing, but here we are. I'm just kidding. I'm not embarrassed. I don't know, you know. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. What are you going to do? All right, so let's go ahead and look at what your guides are showing for your animal energy. We have the bee with community. Ooh, little bees. This is a strange picture. I can't really see exactly. I guess that's a very, oh, he's like looking at us with his eyes. Those are his eyes. I see him now in his antenna. Okay, now I get it. Bees are also about sweetness and good luck. So good luck could be coming towards you. But the word community, it looks like some of you are getting a message about community in a good way, a positive way. So whether you're moving into a community, if you are just being really involved in the community, like for example, I know a lot of people who, depending on what time of year it is, or maybe all the time, they just get very involved, you know, like, well, it's basketball season and my kids are in basketball, so I'm going to all the games, I'm going to all the things, you know. It could be something like that. Bees are also workers a lot of times in, you know, in the, oh my gosh, Miriam, use your words. They're community oriented. They're hard workers. They will sacrifice themselves for the good of the hive. Good grief, I can't even talk. I'm like, it's only group 2 and I'm already exhausted. Interesting. Some of you might be tired from this community involvement. Like you're worn out. Like maybe you were doing volleyball and football season as well, and now you're doing basketball season. You're like, where does it end? Lots of parents in this group, it feels like. Let's get you some tarot. No, wait, before we go, let's put these right here for now because they are for you. And let's read from the book about what the bee message is. That's what we did in the last group. And let's just make it consistent. Bee. Fly and flit from flower to flower, meeting new friends by the hour. Sweetness and community. The sweetness of community gives one time to simply be. I call upon bee to assist me and harness the power, so mote it be. I didn't realize these rhymed. That means I read the last one really bad. Really poorly. Wow, you have been a busy bee. Okay, yep. Flying around to gather and pollinate all your ideas for projects and goals and for your work and life's vision. Your devotion and dedication to helping others is recognized. As you serve your community with new ideas, you share in life's sweet nectar and bear the fruits of your labors. Your forward thinking knows there is no limit to your sweet success. Like me, you are a hard worker. That means the bee. I'm not a hard worker. I believe I can fly is your motto, even though others try to clip your wings and ground you. So do your happy bee dance to all concerned to show you are unstoppable. To show your unstoppable force of nature. What? Yeah, your unforceable. What? Your unstoppable force of nature. Okay, whatever. Right action brings abundance and prosperity to all concerned. As opportunities flower in your field of dreams, it's important not to do too much all in one go. Pace yourself and take time to smell the roses as you enjoy life's sweet moments and memories. Just be, but be careful. No, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to make a bee pun. Oh, my lordy. And knock my table around because I love to do that. Familiar foresight. Make time to be with family and friends. Be part of a community helping others in the earth. Abundance is flowing into your life. Develop new ideas and projects and see them to completion. Take responsibility for your own actions. Talk to the bees. And I'll get to the rest in a minute. I'm feeling a lot of like school vibes. I'm not going to lie. But like not so much like you're a kid in high school, but like you're just the school community as part of your life. Okay. If you're a kid in high school and you're not 18, you're not supposed to watch, even though we don't do anything bad or cuss or do anything. But like, you know, probably some parents out there don't want their kids watching tarot videos. So that's why I put that way in my description. Okay, let's keep going. Make honey cakes to leave in your garden as offerings for Beltane. Finding a dead bee is very lucky. Jeez. Place it on your altar and focus on your personal protection by asking the bees for help. Wear bee jewelry as amulets for luck. When a single bee enters your home, listen to its message of prosperity. The Irish goddess Brigid familiars were bees. They were sacred to her for their magical nectar. Okay. So big school vibes, school mom vibes, school dad vibes. You get all the things. You're part of the community. You could be a teacher, and that's just part of your life, right? Okay. So that's just some confirmation you're in the right place. The good news is this is a card of luck. They're like, even if you find a dead bee, it's lucky. Like, yikes. I cry when I find something dead. All the time. But I definitely would if it was a cute little fuzzy bee. I would cry like a cute little honeybee. Or a cute little bumblebee. Or a cute little jumping spider that's fuzzy. I'll cry every time. Okay, let's look at your tarot. We have the moon. The high priestess, sorry. She was looking hierophanty to me. Jeez, Miriam. Okay, keep on going. Jeez, bees. 8 of Pentacles. 10 of Cups. Sorry, I should like hold these up. Queen of Swords. 4 of Wands. And we got room for one more. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I figured that'd be mostly good news. So, with the moon, there is some fear of the future, fear of what you cannot see. I feel like in this community that you're in, you often worry about what others think of you. You might be in a small community where you've heard them talk smack about each other and you're like, ooh, when's it going to be my turn, right? Your guides are saying to trust your intuition, with both of these cards, that your intuition is correct. Oh, excuse me. So if you feel like somebody is not quite pulling their weight in the friend department, that could very well be, you know what I'm saying? If you feel like, ooh, those chicks over there, or those other moms over there, or those other dads over there don't seem to like me very much. They're saying to trust that. Do they have a good reason? Probably not, you know, but like people still do that, you know? Sorry, I keep yawning so much. I must be so tired. 8 of Pentacles means just keep your head down and keep doing what you're doing and you'll be rewarded for that. If you have worry about your family situation or your love situation, don't. You're on the right track there. Okay. You have good things coming to you. If you're worried about getting that house, you're probably going to get that house, right? If you're worried about getting that person, you're probably going to get that person, or that person's going to move aside for that real person to come in. Stand by your truth no matter what. So if you do have like that sort of catty school thing where the moms and dads will critique each other while it's supposed to be about the kids, and you're like, oh, did you see what so-and-so was wearing? Oh, do you think that they're like, oh, you know, that kind of deal, gossipy things. Just stand for yourself. Man, some of you might need to take a nap. I feel like I do. Stand for yourself and your truth. Celebrate with like-minded people. Notice how there's like just frogs here. So like find your soul family, stick with them, and you will have cause to celebrate. And celebration is coming towards you in this situation. And brave new beginnings, wonderful things coming towards you, being rewarded for hard work, being rewarded for trusting your intuition. That's all about good, wonderful things coming in, including money, health, etc. So with that, I shall leave you. It also goes along with the good luck of the bee. So you should be having good luck in your community. I hope this was helpful. If it was, tell me how in the comment section. Give me topic ideas there as well. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, there are ways to do so in the description box. My friends, thank you for being here. We will see you in the next one. Bye-bye-bye. Hi, group 3. So if you picked this very dark, I don't know what stone, it's very dark olive green. And white. We're going to get into your reading and see what animal's coming through. You got the ferret. Observant. Okay. So the first thing that's coming to my mind is your guides are saying to wait, to speak, to wait, to act, and to observe. So I feel some new job vibes of like just kind of waiting until you get the feel of the place before you really start trying to like interject your opinion, interject anything, waiting until you form relationships, etc. So some of you are in a new situation. If it's not a new job, it's like a new place that you're in, learning to navigate your community by observing. Okay, but we are going to get the book out and read what the messages are in the book, because the messages in the book are very cool. Ferret. I keep thinking of that movie, Along Came Polly. It's like an old Ben Stiller comedy with Jennifer Aniston and Philip Seymour Hoffman. Very funny. If you're into that kind of comedy, like don't watch it if like you can't handle watching people like do the hanky-panky, because you'll see some of that. And you'll see cussing and stuff. Hidden insight, facts not seen. Be sharp, alert, watchful, keen. Take note, observe to what's around. Discovery will soon astound. I call upon Ferret to assist me and harness this power, so mote it be. So yeah, waiting and seeing what's going on until you jump to any conclusions. So for example, if you're like in a relationship with somebody and they're not calling you as often as you're calling them, etc. and so forth, your guides are saying to wait and observe. Stop calling them and wait and see if they actually make an effort for you. And so many people cannot do this. So many people cannot do that. They can't wait. They're like, I have to know what's going on. I have to get a hold of them. I'm going to maybe make them talk to me, right? Sit back and observe. I feel like this message is coming through because of just sitting back and not doing and observing might be hard for some of you. Let's look at some more of the familiar's message. Keep your eyes peeled and your wits about you. Much is taking place behind closed doors and spoken about in dark corners, much that you ought to be aware of before making any major final decisions, especially regarding home affairs. My powers help you gain the insight and information you need. I am quick, silent, and always alert to what is happening around me. Send me into places far or near, and I can do your bidding without drawing much attention, as most will avoid me rather than try to catch me. I may look cute, but of face and soft of fur, but I have a sharp bite and strong body to wriggle out of tricky situations. Put your attention to where it is most needed. Don't be distracted or misled. Don't be distracted or mislead is what that says. But I've noticed in a lot of newer publications that people are starting to do this thing. Okay, so that was my English teacher coming out. I'm sorry, like it drives me nuts. The other one that drives me nuts is when someone's trying to say you are and they say your, Y-O-U-R. Your is like your dog, your little leprechaun, your cat, your house. If you are going somewhere, it's your. Y-O-U''re. Come on, people. I'm sorry for preaching to the choir if you already knew how to spell. Okay, we're moving on. I lose like 80,000 like subscribers. Just kidding, I don't have that many. I lose like 5. Okay, where was I? Don't be distracted don't be distracted or misled, I think is what they're trying to say. But don't mislead people either, I guess. Be mindful of what is said, and you will soon know who is trying to pull a fast one and who you can trust and even learn from. You have much to gain by looking at all your options and all angles right now. Don't rush into a job change or house move. I feel like some of you might have already changed a job and you're in a new job already. First, check all the paperwork, and when it comes to a property, have a really good look around. If you're unsure about advice you have been given, ask for a second opinion. I feel like a lot of times when we're in a new place or a new job, we do kind of seek out people to be like, I'm sorry, what do I do? Because we feel like we should already know, right? Or we might already should just intuitively know, or we were told and we forgot because we were taking a lot in. All those things are okay for a new person to be doing. And so like, yes, observe your surroundings. And then like when you ask somebody something, still go to the higher up people that are actually in charge of the rules and say like, is this what we're supposed to do? Because those people you're asking might not know. You know what I mean? And don't rush about anything. Don't rush to make a decision. Don't rush to buy something. Don't rush to defend yourself because you don't know everything that's going on yet, is what they're saying. That's the message with this card. So like if you're afraid of like your partner cheating, don't rush and accuse them right away. They might have a good reason. For example, I had a client a long time ago who doesn't call me anymore. I think we just have very different time differences. And so she probably just gave up and moved on to a different person. Because I think that probably when I'm off sleeping, she is like online because I get calls from people all over the world. And she was like, I feel like he's hiding something from me, talking about her partner. And I was like, okay. And I did the reading. It was like, yeah, he was hiding something from her, but I couldn't see what. And then it all turned out that he was like planning a surprise engagement party and proposing to her, which she told me later. So like we, ascertained that yes, the reading was accurate, but at the same time, because she was so worried about him lying to her, and because I've been lied to so much and she's been lied to so much, we both just kind of were like, it's gonna be bad, right? And it wasn't. Okay, so that's a good example. Okay, moving along. Ferret witchy tips. Facing the prospect of Genghis Khan's golden horde, 15-year-old wizard Volga oh my gosh, Vislavik employed the help of familiars to defeat Khan's army without even going into battle. I don't know much about Genghis Khan, so that's why I don't understand how to pronounce this guy's name. This included his transformation into a ferret, entering Khan's armory and chewing through the arrows and bowstrings. Ferrets were once believed to cure whooping cough by drinking from the same bowl of milk. Interesting. So they're little helpers. They're quiet, but they'll bite you, right? If they feel threatened. And so they're saying to kind of go forward with that same spirit of observing and not acting until you know for sure. A ferret's not just going to run up and bite a person generally. They're going to wait until you've got a hold of them, and then they're like, if you, and then they'll bite you, right? That's what they're trying to tell you. Like, don't act too fast. Observe some more. Let's get you some tarot. Okay, we have the World and the 5 of Cups. Yep, all these little cards are poking out, telling me to pick them. One more. Okay, we didn't have to shuffle much, did we? Okay, all right. Whatever you're feeling at this time, if it's distrust or unsureness or I don't know what I'm doing, that's going to come to an end, and it's going to come to an end soon, and it's going to feel great. That portion of your life is passing away and we're moving on to new things. Do not focus on past mistakes or things that you've lost. Focus on what you still have while moving forward. You are in a position of being able to help others through example. This card can also indicate that somebody in your midst is in agreement with you on big things, so like political, religious, those kinds of big things. Healing is coming, balance is coming towards you in this situation. Look, temperance, you got the star and temperance, definite balance coming towards you. Things should come to an end. You're going to pull it together, another victory and balance card. And everything's going to be sunny with the sun card. It doesn't get any better than that. That's like a little marsupial of some kind. It doesn't really look like a kangaroo though, does it? What is that thing? All right. This card is the most positive card to get. It means all the rest of these are turned to good news. Even ones like this and this where it's like, it's an ending. No. Oh, I'm focusing on bad instead of good. No. You will focus on the good things. You will move forward in the right way. You won't let yourself be manipulated if that's what you're worried about. You will find clarity. You will find healing. You will have victory and you will have the sun. And with that, I shall leave you. If this was helpful, tell me how in the comments section. Give me topic ideas there as well. If you'd like to book a private reading, there are ways to do so in the description box, my friends. We will see you in the next one. Hi, group 4. Sorry for the glare. So if you picked, I'll slide it over there so you don't have to look at it as much. I'm doing this at night like an idiot. You picked this little green. See how it's kind of blue right there? But it's not off camera. I'm not sure. It almost kind of looks like chrysocolla, but who knows? If Lisa watches, she'll tell us. But anyway, let's get into what your animal information is. We have the wren. Oh, that's my husband's birth animal in the Celtic zodiac. Awareness. That would fit him. Okay, so awareness. I feel like some of you might be expanding your awareness. Maybe something has come to light for you. Not gonna lie, I feel like politic vibes, which I won't get into politics too bad other than if you're into them, I'll let people, I'll let you know that your guides are recognizing that. But you might be finding awareness in certain issues. One of the things that comes to mind was awareness of things that are harmful for you that you didn't know were harmful before. I now know that any type of air freshener, is probably bad. I'm allergic to all of them now, but they're not just bad for people who are allergic to them. And I didn't even used to be allergic to them. I developed an allergy to them, which is something that they can cause. And so that being said, you might be so I found out, that they might be harming me. And then I looked it up and was like, oh no, they're harmful for everybody, especially your pets. And I'm like, what? And it's the plugins, the hot oils, the wax melts, the candles, all of that scented stuff, including perfumes, are really, really bad for us, is what I've, you can look it up too. You don't have to get mad at me. And everybody's free to do what they want to in their own house. But if you own a business that the public are coming in, it's probably the polite thing to do to not burn stuff like that or use stuff like that if you've got customers like me, that kind of thing. So that kind of awareness, right? Some people, they gain awareness about which spiders are harmful and which ones aren't, so they know not to kill them all the time. That kind of awareness. But let's read from the book. But yeah, you're waking up to something. You're becoming aware. And I feel like if you have found this reading, you might already know what you've been becoming aware to. And this is a shorter reading, so let's just get right to our wren here. Oh, lordy. There we are. It's the last one in the book. Awaken one and all this morn to tuneful songs upon the dawn. Observe to grasp and understand awareness raised across the land. I call upon Wren to assist me and harness this power, so mote it be. Okay, I may be small, but I have a big message for you. Are you going to listen or continue to stick your head in the clouds to block out my cheerful song? You have been so busy trying to achieve your personal goals that your sensitivity to nature has been dulled. Your mind works overtime to reach the dizzying heights of whatever you are striving for. My mission is to raise your awareness so that you can observe your own perceptions and understand the apprehensions of others. You are bold and need to live your life in a carefree way. It's time to fly out of your comfort zone and be alert to messages from spirit to inspire others. Be the mesmerizer, draw others in to open their minds to different possibilities and bridge the gap between the material and spiritual world. Time to branch out, change direction, and follow the winds of self-realization that beckons you into new consciousness. Broaden your awareness, be willing to share your knowledge with others, be observant to what's going on, live your life to the fullest, search out all resources for the task. Join a singing or dancing group. Time to make new friends and build relationships. Change your perception. A new consciousness is being birthed. You might be singers or musicians in some way, or speakers, because birds use their voices. Wrens sing. Make a necklace or earrings for protection from wren feathers. Place a wren skull on your altar to call upon ancestral wisdom. Don't go killing wrens, though. If you find one, then good for you. If you see a wren up close, good fortune is predicted for you. If you hear a wren calling 3 times, your dreams will come true. In Celtic mythology, the wren is associated with the sacred bull god Tyrannus, the thunderer. Okay. That was different than I was expecting. Okay. So for some of you, you may be aware of this already. Some of you have like a very indoor life or indoor work, much like me. If you're allergic to everything outside like I am, I'm not going to say, get out there, because that might kill you, right? Or make you very sick and uncomfortable. I have to time my outings to where my respiratory system is okay. My reactions are like at their baseline, right? My breathing is like going to be all right. There's not a bunch of pollen or smoke in the air, etc., right? Or pollution. So there are ways to get back to nature without going outside if you're like me. And like one of the things I do is I try to go outside when I do to like check the mail and things like that. I try to like open my spirit and soul to it as much as possible and say, I'm only out here from the walk to the mailbox to the walk back to the house. Give me what I need, those kinds of things. I keep nature inspired things around my home, like pictures of outdoors, animals from outdoors, right? All those things. I basically live the same like indoor life as my cats. One of them is touching this with their tail right now. That's why it's wiggling so much. It's Sullivan. Sullivan has been a part of this reading a lot today. Haven't you, boy? Okay, especially piles 1 and 5. Sorry, 1 and 5. Okay, and I hope I called you pile 5 and not 4. My apologies. Some of you have an awareness of something and you need to sing about it or like let people know, make them aware of situations that are taking place. Some of you need to believe you can fly. It doesn't mean go jump off something and think that you're going to sprout wings. Don't do that, but believing in yourself, right? Okay. I'm sorry if you can hear me chewing gum. I just took it out. Yeah. Other things, spirit, other things that they need to know. Okay, I feel like a lot of the reading resonated with certain people in very specific ways. So I'm just going to... No, you are group 4. Shoot. So group 1 and group 4. Good grief. I was thinking you guys were the last one, but now I'm looking up at group 5 sitting right over there. We still got one to go. Group 4, my bad. You might want to read group 5 in case. Okay. We have Death. 10 of Swords. 6 of Cups, the Hierophant, the Hanged Man, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. I will hold those up as we go through them. All right. The Death card is about transformation and change. Notice how the owl is there. This is something that I think you've seen coming. You're aware of it, that something has changed or ended. Okay. Ten of Swords can leave you feeling like you've been a little bit betrayed. It can show that you feel stuck. It can show that the worst has happened and it's time to move on. Whatever it is, like I said, I feel like you're aware of it. I do see Six of Cups, which is about childhood or past relationships when we were younger that have caused us to feel emotions in some way. So an ex may have come back in, right? But you know better, right? Or you broke up and you thought that was it, and then they come back and they're like, oh, let's get married. Oh, let's do this, let's do that, which also makes you feel stuck because you're not sure if you can trust them again. If somebody has already betrayed you and they disappear for a while and then they come back, always take that as a warning sign that things might not be okay. If they don't look like they're humble, or if they're just like groveling, a lot of times they're doing that thing of like, oh, you look like you're doing really well. Like the Nine of Pentacles, like you're moving on with your life, being self-sufficient. Can I come in and mess that up for you? So I always tell people, if you take back an ex or an ex-friend or whatever, watch their actions more than you watch their words. Like, they can say whatever they want. Are they going to actually act on those promises? Are they going to act on changing? Are they going to act at all? Are they going to come in close and then get away from you again? Okay, that's coming in hard. I'm feeling that more than any other storyline right now. And I feel like you're aware, and that maybe you're just getting this for confirmation of like, I just need somebody to tell me that I'm doing the right thing, not letting this person back into my life. I'm your girl. I will tell you that every time. And then like, because I'm even a believer in like, even if they are willing to do it right this time, well, you should have done it right the first time. And maybe it's too late. It doesn't have to be, but you hear me? You feel me, Simpson? Okay. And then this is about just keeping your head down and moving forward with the knowledge, just keeping to yourself, moving forward, taking care of yourself, not worrying about making action towards these people who have done you dirty or hurt you in some way. If this is about like awareness in a broader sense, this could be awareness about death and endings. That awareness could be helping you enjoy things more like a child would, to focus more in on spiritual matters, like the reading was saying, to focus in on the spiritual or natural world. Sorry, that's a message coming in from Mr. John. Looking at things that, you might be looking at things from a different perspective as opposed to feeling stuck with this card. And you will be rewarded. Your life will be richer for that, if that makes sense. Okay. What else do I want to say about all this? I don't think I have any more. That's pretty much the message that's coming through. I know this is going to be a short one, but it feels shorter than the others, but maybe not. Maybe it's just because I took a break and ate something and then came back. I got a belly full of rice now. It's delicious. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and leave you then. If this was helpful, tell me how in the comment section. Give me topic ideas there as well if you'd like to book a private reading with me. There are ways to do so in the description box, my friends. Thank you so much. We will see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, Group 5. Sorry for you being the last one and the glare being so bad on your card from my light. I apologize. Let's go ahead and see what your spirit guides have to tell you all about your animal message for today. Ooh, dragon. Emergence. Yikes. Okay. This is about becoming. It's about transformation, but it's like transformation where you become something new. Not you change into some other thing that, like in a bad way. You're becoming what you were meant to become. Yeah, very cool. So, that glare is so bad. Here, let me try to scooch this in towards me. And then scooch this in towards me. And then that will help a little bit. the glare. I'll put this over there so it kind of cuts that a little bit for you. I'm sorry if you're light sensitive. Okay, I shall read the book for you as well so we can get some. There are crazy messages all over the place in here. Crazy, but cool. All right. Flying serpent's ancient blame, rising high upon a flame, purpose fueled to birth ignite. As revelations come to light. I call upon dragon to assist me and harness the power, so mote it be. Oof. Okay. Just because I exist in the darkest depths of your imagination, that doesn't mean I am not real. It is my magical DNA that is wrapped in your ancestry. As the golden Tiamat will testify. Sorry, I don't know who Tiamat is. From out of the primordial waters, we dragons were birthed and sent to the four corners of the earth. Whilst you may be intimidated by our reputation and destruction and mayhem, I will lead you. What? I will lend you the courage, strength, and ability to come out of yourself and face the toughest situations. As a master of the elements, I choose to fire your true. What? I choose fire to fuel, sorry, your inner flame of passion and enable you to stand in your true light as you seize your purpose with full might, vitality, and vigor. Now is the time to break through barriers and come out of hiding to reveal yourself. As the alchemical fire within it is ignited, allow me to purposefully direct my sacred flame to burn through any illusion of fear and negativity. Change is afoot. So some of you might be accepting a new crazy thing about yourself, like you might be coming out to people in some way. That doesn't just mean sexuality. It can mean other things, like I had to come out to people that I was a tarot reader, blah, blah, blah. Coming out in some way, letting people know who you are. Familiar's foresight. Facts and new information are coming to light. Surprising revelations make you rethink your approach. Authenticity is key right now. Opportunities await as old patterns end. Make a decision, own up, and confess. Be the best version of yourself. So I feel like some of you might be getting sober and owning up to some of your character defects. Owning up to the fact that maybe you had a problem. If it's not like addiction, it could be anything that you're owning up to. But owning up to like your part in matters, owning up to your shortcomings, and becoming what you're supposed to become, because those things hold us back. Dragon witchy tips. The draconian path is one of creation through destruction. Connected with Lucifer, Lilith, Tiamat, and Belial. I have no idea who Tiamat and Belial are. Cast a form of protection before invoking a dragon. To invoke it, place black candles north and south, and the candles of the dragon's element, colors east and west. Sitting between the candles, call upon your dragon to appear on the magical hour of your preferred time. Interesting. I've never called in dragons. I've seen them in visions before, 2 of them in particular that come to visit me in vision. Only one is large and the other is small. Okay. Like not super small, like dog small, like big dog small. Too small to ride. Let's put it that way. All right. Interesting. So you're becoming something, or becoming aware of something, or leaving old things behind and transforming into someone new. I know that a lot of times I mentioned sobriety, when you're like getting into that stage of life or changing a big way, like giving up things that are bad for you, bad people, bad places, bad situations. It's hard. You almost do have to become someone else. It's also something that a lot of times people have to do or feel they have to do to get over things like death. But the dragon promises that you will do it in a wonderful way. Let's go ahead and get you some tarot. King of Cups. Almost done, bug. Knight of Pentacles. The Lovers. 10 of Pentacles. Nice. The 8 of Cups. The Empress. And the Knight of Wands. Very, very positive message here. So your guides are saying that emotionally you are in the right place at this time. I think you've accepted this transformation that you're embarking on, and now all that's left is to do it. But you're not super rushy about it. You're calculating, you're going slow. For example, when I first quit drinking and going to AA and stuff like that, I didn't go around and be like, oh, everybody should be in AA. If you drink, you're an alcoholic and you should go with me to a meeting, like that kind of thing. I very much owned that it was my own problem, that I was going to go to meetings and figure it out. I waited for a while before I identified as anything, because I didn't know. I'd never done that before, right? And that's okay. I was calculating about it. I observed and watched. You guys might be drawn to group 3. Anyway, sorry, I have the wrong stone out for you. Nope, wrong one again. It was this one. Oh my gosh, who cares? You guys probably didn't even notice. I notice things like that. I'm like, why aren't you putting my stone on camera? I want to look at it. But like the Knight of Pentacles is all about taking their time and making sure they have all the information, resources, everything they need before they journey off on their quest. So you're actually going into this with like a very steady head, okay? It could be that it's a new relationship and you're being careful about how you get into that, right? That you want to play your cards right so that you end up with 10 of Pentacles instead of, the Tower, like that kind of thing. This also could be about partnerships, like you're moving through and then you find a partnership, like a job or you feel like you fit in really well into like a place of recovery. You meet like-minded people who help you recover, things of that nature, people that help you become what you're becoming and feeling rewarded for it, like setting the steps to make sure that your later life is just just keeps getting more positive and positive and more positive as you go. I see you walking away from past issues and vices and negativity. Things that affect your emotions in a negative way are being left behind. This is going to lead you to abundance with the Empress card. Abundance of all kinds. Use protection if you don't want to get pregnant just yet, right? And Knight of Wands, you could be falling in love, heading to something passionate if this is about relationships. If it's about like work or spiritual becoming, you will be inspired to action. And with that, I shall leave you. If this was helpful, tell me how in the comment section. Give me topic ideas there as well. If you'd like to book a private reading, there are ways to do so in the description box, my friends. Thank you for being here. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.